Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to this edition of Meet the Presenters. Today, we have the wonderful, witty, clever, oh, she told me to say this, Carina McEvoy. And she is a child and adolescent hypnotherapist and has been for, well, 8 years now, something like that.
Yeah,
So,
since 2018.
so near enough. So,
Yeah,
anyway, firstly, thank you for being here, Carina.
you're very
And
welcome.
most people will know who you are. But for those who don't, if you wouldn't mind, please tell us a little bit about you.
Well, you've said a lot of the really important stuff that like I will pay you for that at the conference. I'll give you the money, okay? But yeah, my name is Karina. I'm a former secondary school teacher, and I packed all of that in, Andrew, to go and work with children and adolescents using my hypnotherapy skills on a one-to-one basis. And I've been doing that since 2018. It's something that I can't really call work
Yeah.
because I just love it so much. And yeah, I mean, it's incredible to work with children and with teenagers, and I really enjoy it. So that's me.
Okay, well, what drew you to hypnotherapy in the first place? And how has your understanding and approach evolved since then?
Okay, so when I was a child myself, I was incredibly anxious.
Okay.
And, going back, what, 21 years ago when I was a child,
Yes, of course.
plus maybe another 20 years, and you know yourself, there was no such thing as emotional
No.
regulation or anything like that. And nobody really knew what was going on with me. I thought I was really weird, really strange, and dealing with all of these big emotions. And then as I grew and developed, the anxiety grew and developed. And
Okay.
it just developed into major problems like OCD, addiction to self-harm, depression, all of that. So it wasn't until my 20s that I went to see somebody and got some help with, my own regulation and thoughts and everything. So from that, I became very interested in the mind and how I had been thinking and how I had changed my mind and all like the power of the mind, basically. So a few years later, I began teaching,
Hmm.
done the HDIP, began teaching, and I could see while I was teaching so many young people were the same as I was in school. I could just instantly recognize it, even though it's a real private thing, I could see it. And I really wanted to know how can I help them using more skills than I had learned as a client, if you get me. So I studied hypnotherapy, and then using the skills of hypnotherapy, I was able to, and even through conversational hypnosis, help many of the children that I was working with, the teenagers that I was working with. So then I had my own two children, and I began, I suppose, dropping them off to school and talking to other moms and hearing other moms talking about how anxious their child was. And then I realized, wow, like this is, children are a two and they're anxious,
Yeah.
like toddlers and they're anxious. So I just became very interested in the child and I studied a little bit of child psychology, then the child's mind,
Okay.
and then just put it all together. On my maternity leave with my second child, I put together a book using different skills, hypnosis skills, even just like visualizations and things like that. And then from that book and launching that book and doing talks, people were asking me to see their children. So I kind of fell into it, Andrew. I
Okay.
didn't mean to. I meant to go back to work as a
Hmm.
teacher, but I fell into it because I said, okay, I'll see your child, I'll see your child. And then it just grew from there. And I packed it all in then. And now I have a very nice business
Yeah, good.
doing something that is not work.
Well, yes, I know. I do know what you mean. So, following on from that, why should people come and see you at the conference? What is your presentation all about?
Well, anybody who's interested in working with children and teens, I would highly recommend it because
Okay.
it sounds like, oh, I just done this and I just done that, but I was very, very nervous before I could see my first client. I made sure to, check everything, check my qualifications, check am I able to see children, check what's the confidentiality, check all the laws around seeing children, all of it. I was very, very nervous about taking a child as a client.
Yeah.
And so I'd done a lot of research around it, done a lot of study around it before I actually seen that first child. So I know for anybody out there who wants to see children, who wants to see teens, and may have all the skill set, but just doesn't know how to set up a business in that way, I will be talking all about that. So I'll be talking about the practicalities of seeing the child from the business point of view.
Okay.
And then also just from the child psychology point of view, what's good to know and child development and how to work with the child at different stage, different techniques that we can use with the child. And there's a lot of techniques that hypnotherapists know already are aware of that you can adapt to working with teens and working with children. So yeah, for anybody who is interested in it, slightly interested in it, come along because it's going to be basically everything in a nutshell of this is how easy it is.
Yeah.
And you know, I really would urge anybody who's thinking about it to look into it, to come to the talk, or if they can come to the talk, look into it because children do need us, Andrew. Children need us. And I know a lot of hypnotherapists are, more comfortable working with the adult, but like I don't know if I can say this, when you're working with the adults, I mean, a lot of the time you're working with the inner child.
Yeah, I get
You're
that.
working with that child that was a 4-year-old or 5-year-old or, and I get to work with that child,
Hmm.
and they are our future. Like Whitney Houston said, they're our future.
She did. As soon as she
Yeah.
said that, that song was going through my head, you know?
Well, I believe children are our future.
What's the
But they
next line?
are. Yeah, they are. And, I think when we work with children, we give them such a good chance. We give them such a good chance to be leaders and to be whatever they want to be. And I mean, that can only be a good thing for society in itself. You
Yeah.
know, you
And
know.
yeah, and I think, you've sort of answered my next question anyway, but I understand exactly what you're saying because I myself, as we spoke but just before this interview started, that I don't really enjoy working with kids. It's just not my thing. But
Mm.
as a main takeaway from your presentation, what do you want people to take away most?
I want them to take away that it is I was going to say not complicated, but I,
Okay.
I would like them to take away the fact that it's something that is easy to set up, easy to do, and that children are very easy to work with actually, and that it's fun. And even if you wanted to mix up your practice that you seems, some adults, you could break it up and have one or two children throughout the day. And children really kind of lift your energy.
Mm,
They really lift your energy. You wouldn't know what I would be doing, in work role playing or playing with like toys or Lego or dolls or whatever. But I kind of love all that stuff because I'm a big kid at heart.
mm.
But they lift my energy, and their imagination is so powerful that you don't even need to go into a formal hypnosis or anything like that. You just get them to close their eyes and imagine, and boom, they're there. And they're really easy to work with and lift your energy. So, I mean, you're on a win-win situation. You're helping them, and it's, fun. It's
Yeah.
actually really fun. Like, oh my God, yesterday, like I got to sit down yesterday, Andrew, and like talk to probably a younger teen and color.
Yeah.
Like seriously. And I'm sitting there going, talking to the teen, conversational hypnosis and coloring.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's my job. That's my
Yeah.
job. I'm
Yeah.
going, really? It's wonderful, yeah. So the main takeaway, look, it's simple to set up, it's simple to do. The practicalities are okay, it's fun, it's easy, it lifts your energy. It's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, and I've seen you present before a number of times, and I know you've presented in Vegas and all over the world. And you're very good at presenting and putting across what you do and helping people to get into that space as well. So I would encourage people to come and see you as well.
Thank you, Andrew. Is that another 20 euro for you, is it?
Well, that one's 50.
Or
So
50?
yeah, so I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, that's
So
okay.
you're up to about 100 quid now. Is that all right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's okay. So basically, moving on from that, what would you say to someone who was thinking about coming to the Irish Hypnotherapy Conference who hadn't been before? Why would you recommend that they come along? What's in it for them?
Well, I'm going to be there.
Didn't mean to laugh. Yeah, didn't mean to laugh at that. Anyway,
Oh God, I'm taking that 50 back. That's it.
okay.
I'm taking that back.
No, okay. What what
Okay.
what would be a good reason apart from you being there to come along?
Okay, look at I've been involved in the conference since the first year when
That's
it was
right.
in Arklow.
That's
And
where we
it
met.
was
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah, you were there too.
Hmm.
In Arklow and like you were there, so you know every year since then it has just got bigger and bigger and better and better.
Yep.
And you know what? It's incredible to see it. So now we have, John Scanlon has created a community
Hmm.
of therapists who, because even if you're not a hypnotherapist, it's worth coming along to.
I agree.
Even if you're a psychotherapist or Reiki master, whatever, like it's incredible. It's an incredible event for all therapists, I think.
Yep.
But he has created an incredible community of therapists who come together. You're in a place full of like-minded people, and
Hmm.
that in itself is amazing because everyone gets you. Everyone just gets you. So not only is it educational, not only do you go and learn like learn some really valuable techniques or information, but it's also really fun.
Yeah.
It's such good crack, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it
You
is. It
think-
is. And
Yeah.
that's primarily because you and I are there, really. If
Well, I mean, I didn't really want to say it, but yeah, you were
yeah.
so right because you and I are there, and there's a few other crazy people going to be
There
there.
are, there are, there are.
Yeah, but it
There are.
is so much fun, isn't it, Andrew? Like
Nope.
it's you
But it
just come
is.
away feeling energized and refreshed. And for anyone coming into Ireland from abroad, I mean, hello, Ireland is just so beautiful,
Yeah.
you know?
But all joking aside, everything you said is true.
Mm,
It's like there were a couple of people came, newbies, if you like, people who'd never been before who came along, and honestly, they're part of the team now. They're
yeah.
part of the whole thing. So,
Yeah, it's
um,
wonderful. Like, I mean,
is yeah,
talking to people in Germany, texting people in America and England, and it's like people you would never ever have met
no,
before
yeah,
without this, you know. I
yeah,
think it's fantastic.
yeah, no, I agree, I agree. Well, thank you very much for your time, Karina.
You're
I
very
appreciate
welcome.
it. And yes, I look forward to seeing you in April next year for the Irish
Likewise.
Hypnot. I know, and yeah, I would encourage everyone to go and see you. And thank you
Thank you.
again for your time.
Thanks, Andrew.
All right, see you soon.
See ya.
Bye.